place is totally creeping me out, man.
Why? Because we're violating a sacred Native American burial ground protected by a curse?
What kind of curse?
Curse where you get $1 million in a lap dance. What kind do you think? A bad curse.
Right. That stuff's not real. Right?
According to your people, no.
Well, what about your people?
Legend goes that whoever defiles the remains of our ancestors will roast on the fires of eternal torment, their skin pricked by 1,000 devils, their screams never to end.
You suck.
Grab a rope and pick up your beer bottle.
Why? Because you're afraid that I'm defiling your sacred burial ground, huh?
Because it has your fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Careful! What's that?
Relax, it's just a truck.
No, I shut that engine off.
You sure?
Yes. Did you see that?
What?
The shadow.
We just walked in front of the headlights. Let's get the hell out of here.
Battery's dead.
You left the headlights on.
No, it's fine. Sometimes you just gotta give it a little push start.
Well, then get out and give it a push.
No, there's something out there, okay? You do it.
When I bring a truck that doesn't work, I will. Now get out.
According to the police report, the only one who saw the dragon was a homeless guy.
We also told the police he was Britney Spears, so I think we're okay damage control-wise, but I'm actually not convinced.
That there was a dragon, or that he can actually hit the high notes and hit me, baby, one more
The
time?
weird thing is, I actually like that song. Is that so wrong?
Well,
Hey, Special Unit 2, we got some marshmallows to roast.
we need the area to ourselves for a while.
Did you just check out his butt?
Please, I'm on the job investigating his butt.
There's a dragon involved. This thing'll know.
What thing?
Wesley, the fire fairy.
What are you calling a fairy? I'm a fire devil. And if you don't mind, I'm having a light bite. Hey, sweet stuff.
Okay, I'm ignoring that.
These things go from fire to fire, feed off the remains. They get drunk on the ashes.
Yeah, and all this talk is killing my buzz. Get him to stop, baby doll.
All right, I'm ignoring that too.
If there was a dragon involved, he's not gonna tell us because that'd be like turning in his dealer, right, Wesley?
Dragon? What dragon?
What is that?
Sparkling water, but to fire devils, it's like acid. Are we talking dragon involvement, yes or no?
You've been reading too many fairy tales.
A case of this stuff in the car. How'd the fire start?
Tastes electrical to me.
You're a bad liar.
Some kids playing with matches. Come on, hot little love puppy, make him stop.
Okay, that I'm not ignoring.
All right, it was a dragon.
Details.
He blew into town last week. He set 6 fires in as many days. Beautiful, perfect blazes. No additives or chemicals like those hack arsonists use. This stuff is clean, pure, and unstepped on until you walked in, O'Malley. And you,
How about a description?
Fine. But you'll never catch him. He's mean, he's mad, and he's mythical. And you're no knights in shining armor.
Most people think dragon, they think of this guy, the European dragon, characterized by an enormous wingspan, a spiked tail, and a destructive and bloodthirsty temperament. Now, less common is the Eastern dragon, characterized by a thinner upper body, longer talons, and a destructive and bloodthirsty temperament.
I sense a pattern.
O'Malley.
But based on the Fire Devil's description, it seems like what we're dealing with here is the extremely rare Native American dragon.
I don't care where it comes from. Can you just tell us how to kill it?
Okay.
And for once, don't say we don't know.
Just tell him what you told me, Jonathan.
How am I supposed to know since there hasn't been a dragon in Chicago since 1871?
The Great Chicago Fire?
Oh, yeah. Mrs. O'Leary's cow got a bum rap. That was a cover story.
And if we don't stop this thing, we could very well be looking at the next Chicago fire. So it's extremely fortunate that we have amongst us an experienced dragon slayer, Carl.
Those are your real feathers? Gotta go.
Carl killed a dragon?
You heard the man. Slew the beast behind the 1666 fire of London. And he didn't go down without a fight, let me tell you.
Sir, are we sure about this?
Well, I know it's hard to believe, in point of fact, near impossible. But we did extensive research, and it's been absolutely confirmed. Carl slew the dragon on his own, one-on-one.
Ah, with bad breath?
Very funny, O'Malley. I'll be laughing while he's roasting you on a stick.
No, seriously, Carl, how did you kill this thing?
Well, first let me make this very clear. It was strictly self-defense. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
See, dragons eat gnomes. To them, they're their preferred food source.
Which is why every gnome in the city has skipped town. Except me. Call it courage.
Call it house arrest for felony car theft.
It was all about up-close and personal combat, with the best weapons available at the time. And at the end of the day, the virtues of bravery and timing.
Wait a second, you expect me to believe that you killed a dragon and now you're telling me that you have virtues?
Keep it up, O'Malley. You'll be looking for Dragon Slayer in the classifieds.
As much as I enjoy wasting my precious hours listening to your endless banter, here's my plan of action. I will help Carl assemble everything he needs for his coming battle with the dragon. You'll follow up on a promising lead.
Kalota Indian tribe burial ground was desecrated 6 days ago.
Exactly when the dragon attack started.
Well, they found the remains of one of the grave robbers. All they found was bone, ash, and a pair of Nikes.
Forensics came back on what was left of the body. Cause of death, dragon attack. Let's figure out exactly what the connection is, huh?
Hey, what size are those Nikes?
We had the sights upgraded per your request. Improved accuracy, error correction, 10 rounds gas-powered ammo per second. Would you like to test it on the range?
No, I'm good. What else you got, Cappy?
We're in need of your services on this case, Carl. That doesn't mean I'm going to put up with your informality. Understood?
I'm not sure. Could you say it in a more intimidating baritone?
Our modified bazooka now fires rounds that each have the firepower equivalency of 6 pounds of plastic explosives. This is an extremely heavy and dangerous weapon. Are you sure you can handle it?
Look who you're talking to. Bring it on! See? I got it. Totally handling it, sir.
Good.
Okay, do yourself a favor. Try to refrain from any offensive comments while we're on the reservation.
Like
I'm not giving you any ideas.
saying Kimosabi or how?
Yes, like that.
For your information, how is like the original what's up, as in how's it going? How's it hanging?
Well, if you want to keep it hanging, I suggest you keep it to yourself. Because the woman that we're meeting is the tribe's head counsel.
Head counsel meaning lawyer?
Correct?
I hate lawyers.
You hate a lot of things.
I like to think it's part of my endearing charm.
And I like to think I'm Heidi Klum.
I like to think you're Heidi Klum, too, with a big gun.
Really? You think so?
Not really.
Detective Benson and O'Malley? Chicago Police.
Jesse Turnbow, pleasure. And tell me why you look so surprised.
I was expecting someone who,
Looks more like an Indian.
well, looks less like a baseball player.
We're playing the Braves tonight, and a number of us from the reservation are staging a peaceful protest against the tomahawk chop.
How exactly do you do that?
Well, if we catch anyone doing the chop, we scalp them. Actually, we just gently explain our position. If that doesn't work, we bribe them with hot dogs. So how can I help you?
We have questions about the grave robbing incident last Saturday.
Now, I'm the one who's surprised that anyone cares about what takes place on the res.
Well, you said in the police report that you thought the grave robbers were after a piece of jewelry that was buried with the corpse. But there's no details beyond that, so...
Because I wouldn't give them any. When people hear Native Americans talking about their ancestors performing ritual sacrifices, it just perpetuates stereotypes.
How about if we ask nicely?
The grave robbers were after the necklace of placation, which was part of a ritual that, as far as I'm concerned, was laid to rest with that body 130 years ago.
Well, do you have any details about the ritual?
At the time, there was a series of devastating fires, culminating in the Chicago fire. In order to placate the fire god, members of the tribe sacrificed, murdered one of their own. Her body adorned with the necklace.
Did it work?
Supposedly. I mean, the fire stopped. But these legends are just that. Fairy tales. According to one of them, I'm a princess. Now, as much as I would love to talk to you about the ancient ways of the Red Man, I'm presenting a case to Supreme Court next week.
Do you have any idea who was behind the theft?
You might want to ask George Armstrong.
The billionaire balloon guy?
Between corporate raiding and flying around the world in a balloon, he's acquired every Clodo artifact they can get his greedy hands on.
Was he Native American?
Anything but. George Armstrong's ancestor was George Armstrong Custer. His collection is his way of trying to win a battle that his ancestors couldn't. But he wouldn't admit it if he had it. And he loves to sue.
So what do you think?
I think Jesse's gonna ask me to dinner before we close the case.
Oh, please. My bet is she goes for the sensitive type. And I'm not talking about someone who always makes sure to tip the stripper.
No, it may look like that on the outside, but what Jesse's really looking for is a bad boy.
And you know this because you're actually able to read minds and just haven't mentioned it before?
Trust me is all I'm saying.
$20 so she doesn't ask you out.
One, I can't believe a member of the sisterhood is betting on this, and two, you're on.
Well, now that we got that taken care of, what do you think of George Armstrong?
I have the same warm feelings for him I have for all useless, spoiled billionaires. I'm looking forward to killing this thing tonight, so I don't even have to think about him.
Just checking.
Status.
Nothing showing up on radar, sonar, or infrared.
I'm confirming with our backup units. Carl?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Aside from standing out here all alone acting as dragon bait.
Oh, that's Dragon Slayer. Remember?
You know, it's been 2 hours. I mean, what makes you so sure this dragon's gonna show up?
Trust me, I'm the only meal in town.
And he's gonna be able to find you by scent, even in that suit?
Do you have to feed O'Malley such good straight lines?
Answer the question.
Yes. These things have nostrils the size of Michelin's. Speaking of which, I know a guy who can get you a real deal on tires if you're interested.
Yeah, stolen tires.
I prefer to think of them as donated under suspicious circumstances.
Carl! The fact that we need your services is no excuse to flaunt your larcenous ways.
Then what am I doing out here? I feel like a baked potato.
You're maintaining radio silence until circumstances demand otherwise.
Fine. I meant to do that. I think circumstances demand otherwise.
We don't have anything on our monitors.
Well, why don't you come out here and say that?
Now, alarms would sound if there were anything on the sensors, but it could still be at too high an altitude.
It's coming, I'm telling you.
Are you ready to do what you did back then?
Well, to be honest with you, that's gonna be kind of difficult.
What does that mean? Did you kill that dragon or not?
Yes, but there's a little bit more to the story.
Yeah, we're listening.
I was just finishing this castle job. You know, the usual gold coins, crown jewels, illuminated manuscripts. Anyway, I was climbing down from the tower when all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, this dragon lands right in front of me on the roof and corners me.
Put a bow on it, Carl. What happened?
Well, it was raining, the roof was wet.
And?
The dragon slipped and impaled himself on a spire.
It was an accident?
I was the one that got him up on the slippery roof. I see it!
One specially outfitted mobile command vehicle, $172,000. Custom weaponry and ordnance, $211,000.
Watching Carl squirm in pain? Priceless.
And the list goes on. Destruction of 1 barn, 7 cows, 3 tractors, and 1 of my favorite hands. All because of one of your foolish, malicious lies. What have you got to say for yourself?
Oh! Watch it! Those prawns are cold.
Damn it, Carl! The only thing we succeeded at is pissing this thing off further. After he finished kicking our butts, he went on to set 2 more devastating fires. How are we gonna kill this thing?
Well, until we can find a weapon strong enough to kill it.
Or lure it to the top of a wet castle.
We're just gonna have to find the necklace they used to placate it back when it was last here.
Jesse Turnboat just notified us that the tribal police arrested a suspect in the grave robbery. No necklace, but they'll know where to find it.
Yeah, he wouldn't give him any information, so she agreed to have him transferred to our custody. See if we can get anything out of him.
But what are we waiting for?
That?
What is that, a vanity plate?
Get this damn thing off me. I can't breathe.
Something funny?
You're looking at one huge lawsuit. Just let me know who's good cop and who's bad cop so I can act accordingly.
Oh, don't worry. You'll figure it out.
And who's this? Shut up. I'll ask the questions. Where's the necklace? Like I told the law on the res, I ain't got nothing to say. How about you? You want to tell me where the necklace is?
Did you lose your necklace?
All right. I don't have the patience for this, so we're all just gonna get one more question.
Nick!
That's the biggest bluff in the world.
Where's the necklace?
Your mother has it.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, Kate, I'm pretty sure my mother doesn't have the necklace. Your turn.
Armstrong has it. He paid me to do it. Yeah, Armstrong, the billionaire guy with the balloons, he's got it. I gave him the necklace and I dumped the body in the river. Did I already say that I can type up a confession if you want? Single-spaced or double-spaced? I can type 60 words a minute if I know the program, but I'd be happy to use whatever you have. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. I'm smart that way. I went to vocational school and I can type really fast. I'm better on Mac than I am on PC, but I'll figure it out.
Thanks, Frankie.
Pleasure, O'Malley.
Why do you tell me that's what you were gonna do?
Well, your reaction sold it. You can't argue with results.
No, you know what? Talk to me when I'm done thinking you're a reckless, out-of-control maniac.
Think we have enough time?
Oof, what a spread.
How many bricks had to die to build this place?
you ever seen anything like this?
Yeah, and then I woke up. Detectives! Pleasure. Always have time to help Chicago's finest. Pardon my appearance. I'm in training.
Oh, right, we hear you're climbing Everest.
Again, this will be number 3. Oh, I can't put into words what it feels like. The sensation of being on top of the world, cold, crisp air biting at your cheeks.
I get that from a mint.
Come on, we'll talk in my study.
Is that his daughter?
That's his wife. That's his daughter.
So a Kelowna artifact goes missing, and I'm the first person you come see. Am I that suspicious?
Yes.
Oh, well, and you have the most extensive collection of Kelowna artifacts.
Well, as long as I'm still number 1.
We have good reason to believe you know where the necklace is.
Oh, I wish I did. You know that more than half of my collection is a family heirloom, and the rest I've acquired over a period of years.
Acquired or stole?
When someone comes to me with an intriguing artifact, if I don't buy it, it'll just disappear into the private market forever.
Well, don't you think these artifacts are important to the Kelowna people?
And I think I'm doing a great service by preserving these antiquities instead of letting them just rot in the ground.
You could always donate them to the tribe.
And that's stipulated in my will. You should also know that I've stopped collecting Kelowna.
Sudden flash of conscience?
Frankly, no. 60 Minutes calling me a plunderer. Public relations hit made it not worth it.
Well, that's blunt.
Oh, I tell it like it is, Detective.
So do we. We have a signed affidavit from a man who's confessed to stealing the necklace and selling it to you.
And I could sign an affidavit to the contrary and remind you which one would carry more weight in court, but you're just doing your jobs, and I respect that. So I will tell you the bare naked truth.
We're listening.
I don't have the necklace. I swear, I really have stopped collecting, and I wouldn't risk the bad publicity for one more artifact. But I will promise you this. If anybody approaches me with it, if I get any information about it whatsoever, I will call you instantly.
Pretty convincing, what do you think?
He's got it.
Absolutely. You guys almost ready?
We're on Armstrong's roof.
Okay, we're tapped into the security systems and we are live.
How's the new mobile command vehicle?
No, it's pretty much the same as the old one, except this one's coming out of our salaries, according to Captain Page.
I think for the money, you'd at least get a nicer stereo.
Well, we'll put it in the suggestion box. Okay, now can we get moving? Armstrong's karate lesson ends in less than 30 minutes.
Remember, we're after one thing and one thing only.
I thought you also wanted me to be on the lookout for double-jointed blondes.
Okay, 2 things. You have to mention that over the radio?
Yes.
Okay, 29 minutes. Will you get him moving, please?
Is that a dragon?
Let's go. Hold on, I see something.
Carl?
Is that his wife?
Daughter, I think.
27 minutes?
Come on, I'm enjoying the view. I think they're real.
The diamonds, maybe. Moving on.
One paint job coming up. Motion detect this. I'm going in. Give me 6 feet, O'Malley.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, according to the schematics we took from the builder's office, the safe should be on the north wall behind the picture of Custer.
A safe behind a picture. What an original idea. It's amazing the rich stay rich. Now watch as the master shows you how it's done.
Well, like you showed us how to kill the dragon?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Well, I could say it louder.
No, needs a new pair of shoes.
Carl, did you get any ideas?
Just one to cover my nut.
The necklace, Carl.
What have we here? That is one ugly broad. Wow!
We're running out of time, Carl.
Oh.
Carl, that's it. We got it.
Carl, lock it up and get out of there.
Carl, what's going on?
Nothing. Ready to go? You know, I usually work solo, but I would consider working with you guys again. Barry Bonds, record breaker. Wait.
What's happening?
The tether's jammed.
You
bastard.
Try again!
I'll get you.
Go ahead, and you'll die trying. See you later, second.
What's the matter?
Well, we're doing this to placate the dragon, right?
Right?
Well, I'm anti-placation.
What, you just like to find these things and kill them?
Exactly.
Well, we don't know how to kill the dragon, so it's just our only option.
Doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, maybe you'll get to kill something else soon. In a wildly violent and irresponsible manner.
Thanks.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Recommitting the necklace to the earth. Even though you won't tell me where you found it. This could have waited until my case was argued.
Well, shouldn't there be more of a ceremony, you know, to make sure?
To make sure what? That the fire god was placated? Like, I'm only putting this back because this is where my ancestors wanted it. And I'd rather put this whole thing behind us.
This book has the exact ceremony your ancestors used in 1871 when they were placating the fire god. I think not performing the service would be more of a disservice.
Fine. Just make it fast.
A chickamock hook.
You know, if you're gonna do it right. A chukma hoki yokoko chukuo kuchu menti. Benili hikia so yoshoba akonosani shili. Salaha hush anumpalam iha moma.
I thought you said you didn't know this stuff.
I didn't say I didn't know it. I said I didn't believe it.
So what does it mean?
It means we're done. Now, if you don't mind finishing the dirty work, I've got a deadline to fight.
It's our pleasure.
Thanks for your help, detectives. One thing, Detective O'Malley. Do you? What is that?
Down!
So much for asking for a better stereo.
Look, what are you gonna tell Jessie?
If she was about to ask me to dinner, she should just come out and say so.
That's not what I'm talking about.
So you admit that that's what she was going to say and that you owe me 20.
Okay, we don't know about that. And I'm a little bit more concerned with her seeing the dragon.
Well, we could try denying that it was a dragon, but since she was practically kissing it, that could pose a problem.
Well, what are we gonna tell Captain Page when he blows a gasket because we let a civilian see a link?
We could tell him to bring his complaints directly to the dragon.
Think quick.
I am. I'm thinking quickly, and I keep coming up with the same thing. We're screwed.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna tell her that she actually saw a dragon? That we work for a covert precinct of the Chicago Police Department that deals with the monsters of ancient and modern myth?
I like that job description. It makes us sound important and effective.
Yeah, well, I also left out that part of our job is to keep it secret.
No, there goes the effective part.
What are we gonna say? Here she is.
I have no idea.
Okay, just let us explain.
Don't bother. Nothing you could say could make me believe that any of this was real. Because obviously I couldn't have seen what I just saw. It's just not possible. Period. And since I know what it wasn't, and I can't come up with a good explanation as to what it was, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take a bath and forget that this ever happened, because obviously it didn't. It couldn't have.
I'm displeased.
Yes, sir.
Very.
Yes, sir.
The necklace.
Not now, Jonathan. This necklace placated this dragon 130 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And you replaced it in the exact same location.
Yes, sir.
The necklace.
Not now, Jonathan. In the exact same ceremony.
Yes, sir. Performed by a genuine Kalota.
And why in the hell didn't it work? And why in the hell am I now asking the police commissioner for yet another mobile command vehicle? More importantly, why is the entire city of Chicago still at risk?
It didn't work because the necklace wasn't real. The stones are fake.
You positive?
Yeah. Yeah, these stones are made of synthetic material that didn't exist 130 years ago.
How is that possible?
Hey, look, I just report the news. I don't make it.
Could the grave robber you interrogated have pulled a switch?
No way. He spilled everything, including his lunch.
Well, maybe Armstrong made the switch.
If he did, why would he keep the fake in a safe?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to ask him. Because if Armstrong has the real necklace, I want it. Yesterday.
You got some explaining to do, balloon boy.
And since you've just established that you were the ones who broke into my home last night, that makes two of us.
Oh, we'll get back to you as soon as you file a police report for your stolen goods.
We need the real necklace. We're not going to tell you why. We're not going to do much of anything except make your life miserable until we get it.
I have friends in high places who will ensure that the two of you end your careers in sanitation uniforms.
Higher than this.
You're out of your mind!
Well, that's already been established.
Where's the real necklace?
What are you talking about?
That was a fake. Who's got the real one?
That's the only necklace I had.
How far down do you think that is?
30 feet.
So the fall wouldn't necessarily kill him. Oh, unless he hit his head on that statue down there.
Well, aim carefully.
That's the necklace I bought, and that's the only one I know about.
I mean, I think I can hit it.
Well, you gotta take the wind into account.
Here goes.
I didn't know it was a fake. I swear on my life and on the life of my mother, I'll take a lie detector test. I'll do anything you want. I'm telling you the truth.
You believe him?
For the first time? Yeah.
So Armstrong hires a couple of guys to dig up a 130-year-old grave where they find a necklace they don't know is a fake.
So who dug up the real one earlier and replaced it with a replica?
How much earlier?
I bet the answer's back at the reservation.
Oh, you can bet the 20 you owe me.
Thanks, Si. Keep your eyes peeled. All 11 of them.
You find out anything about where the necklace might be?
Bupkis. My peeps have checked every fence in Chicago and no one's seen it.
Well, just keep checking.
Done.
From somewhere other than my trunk.
I can't.
You hiding from the dragon?
No.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable in the back seat?
No.
Do you want us to just take you to the bus stop so you can get out of town?
You do that for me?
No.
So we believe the people that stole the original necklace and replaced it did so with the knowledge and respect for the Kalota people and their beliefs.
Or else why bother replacing it with such a good replica? The original thief had no reason to believe someone else would dig up the body later, or reason to care.
That's well reasoned. I wish every police officer I did business with did their job as well.
Well, do you have any idea who the original thief was?
I know who it was. Me.
You stole the necklace?
I didn't steal anything that belonged to the tribe. About 5 years ago, we had a major fiscal crisis. So I replaced the necklace with a replica, sold the real gems, and put the money in the tribal trust.
Wait, so you sold the gems?
That's what I said.
So the necklace no longer exists. It would be impossible to put it back together.
You look like you have a headache. You want some aspirin?
No, aspirin won't help.
I'm sorry I couldn't be honest with you. I just didn't think it made any difference.
Do you now?
I believe that there is an explanation for what I think I saw. I don't know what it is, but I don't believe that it was my ancestors' fire god. I can't.
So if the necklace was taken from the grave 5 years ago,
Why are we just now seeing a problem?
what was that?
Stay away from the windows.
I think it's okay.
Help me!
Getting our choppers in the air. Our ground units are deployed. So far, nothing. Any idea which direction this beast is headed?
Up.
Did it incinerate the woman?
No. It took her in one piece.
Well, any idea why?
Not yet, sir.
Keep me posted.
Look at all this. Looks like Jessie was trying to reconnect with her past.
Well, you can't blame her. One morning you're facing the Supreme Court. The next, a dragon.
Well, she was going over references to the original ritual sacrifice of the tribe's princess in 1871.
Well, that's it.
What's it?
Well, the necklace gone missing isn't what pissed the dragon off.
It's the princess's body being taken from the grave.
Which the grave robber said he dumped in a river somewhere.
Didn't Jessie say something about descending from a line of princesses?
And now that the dragon can't have his old princess. Do the records say anything about how the original princess was sacrificed?
Yeah. They say she was buried alive.
We think the dragon may have put her in the grave.
Your instructions are to wait until we can back you up.
No, there's no time, sir. Jonathan, is there any progress in coming up with a weapon to kill this thing?
We haven't found anything powerful enough yet to pierce its hide, but we have discovered a part of its anatomy that's vulnerable. The soft palate.
His Achilles heel is in his mouth?
Yeah, all you have to do is get a direct shot while his mouth is open.
You think she's still alive?
Only one way to find out.
Jessie! Jessie!
I'm here!
Hang in there. We're gonna get you out.
Keep going. I'm gonna get the bazooka.
Find your own damn hiding place.
You're a complete and total coward.
Fine. You go be brave and become an hors d'oeuvre. Doesn't anybody knock anymore?
Carl!
I'm not a pig in a blanket!
Push, Jessie! It's okay, I've got you. Hold that thought. Get cover!
Nick!
Go! Smile for me.
Told you I know how to slay a dragon.
So there's nothing I can do to get you to tell me how you got Armstrong to create a construction fund and return the artifacts?
Well, let's just say we found an artifact from his not-so-distant past he wanted to keep buried.
Interestingly, it also involved a necklace and a dress and heels.
So, is there any chance you're planning a fire god exhibit?
It'll be a fitting tribute to the woman who gave her life to save her people 130 years ago. But I will honor our agreement and not include anything about our experiences. Actually, I think I'm more worried about the story getting out than you guys are.
Really?
I'd prefer to stand on my reputation as a staunch defender of Indian rights, not as a princess who almost got killed by a dragon. Thank you. I'll keep you posted.
I think there'd be a better reward for saving the princess in the city of Chicago.
Oh, what, like her asking out to dinner?
She was going to ask me the other night. Just admit that.
Oh, I admit it. I admit she was going to ask you out to dinner. She's just, well, it looks like she's got other things on her mind right now. That's all.
And our reward is a sense of accomplishment, public service, and private victory, right?
Right. And you owe me $20.
I knew you were going to say that.